Hello and welcome everybody to PMKC Studio. My name is Patrick. I wanted to make this short video about whether you do or whether you don't need all these plugins. And the answer is very short. Yes, you don't. Yes, you don't, because it always depends on your working environment. If you are a mixing engineer and you want to get new clients, very so often these clients, they send you already their projects with plugins inserted because they have decided on a specific sound for a specific instrument with that specific plugin. And then, yes, you can do a few things, or you can buy the plugin if you don't have it, or you can copy the sounds if you don't have it. But that is very often not well appreciated, because the client sends you a project with plugins inserted because of a reason. And the reason is that they have already decided on that kind of sound for that instrument. Then you just need to balance it, but starting from scratch is very often not appreciated. So that's the reason that you might need all these plugins. If you are a musician and you record your own material, I would say that no, it's not definitely not necessary that you've got all these plugins that are on the market, because the more plugins that you've got in your DAW, the more difficult it is for your workflow. Even if you work for yourself, if you've got more time because your clients, because the client is not waiting, you would like to be fast and accurate and knowing which plugin to get for certain instruments. Having a lot of plugins is not very motivating to create a sound, because you spend a lot of time on, I might use this plugin or that one or that one. So I really believe that it's better to know your plugins really well instead of having a lot and just know 50% of it. So whenever there are the sales, like last Christmas or Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you don't want to splash out on plugins that you think, hey, they are cheap, so I'm going to buy them. At least that's not what I do. What I normally do is I get some demos before the sales and I check out if I really need that plugin or not. I bought some plugins at Christmas and I needed them, I wanted them, but I came across a few plugins that I thought, yes, I've heard about it and I would like to check it out. I came across the Dangerous BAX EQ by Dangerous Music and Brainworks through the Plugin Alliance website. I really love their stuff. So this is not a video that I want to be negative about these companies like Plugin Alliance and Brainworks, because I think that they are the market leader for sure in the last 5 years, because they give top quality for a great price. So I wanted to have the Dangerous BAX EQ, but I already set my mind on different plugins. And then I thought, let's see if I can simulate the sound that the Dangerous BAX EQ gives. The Dangerous BAX EQ is a fantastic sounding plugin. It's very easy. It's low on CPU. It's lower on CPU than the Nova that you see on the screen. So yes, in the future I will buy the BAX EQ, because it's easy if you need to make certain corrections. And it sounds great, it's clean, it's digital, I really love it. It's an emulation of a hardware unit. So this is what I wanted to show to you. So I try to copy the sounds that I created here on the BAX EQ with a TDR NOVA. I'm here on a 54 cut, high pass 54, slope 6 dB per octave, although the Dangerous BAX EQ has got a slope of 12 dB per octave. But I'm not looking at the knobs, I just want to use my ears to simulate the sound that I created with the BAX EQ. So I'm on 0.61 Q, 361 Hertz, 1.8 dB. That is a little bit less here, the 361 is the same. So for the second one, I'm at 1600 Hertz, 3 dB, a Q of 0.40. The slope is the same, of course. If I take away this, the high pass, you can see that it's a tilt EQ. Because that is basically what the Dangerous BAX EQ does. It's a tilt EQ. So I engaged the high pass filter because I've also engaged it here. I went down with the output here a little bit. to match the volumes. Let me start with a track without any plugins engaged, and let's see how accurate this is. Okay, so this is the track. On this track, I have got the dangerous BAX EQ, and on this track, I've got the TDR NOVA. So I will switch from one to the other, and you can hear the difference. So let me first start by playing the track without any plugins. Then I go to the dangerous BAX EQ and to the TDR NOVA. And let's see what that sounds like. So you hear that there is not a lot of difference between the dangerous BAX EQ and the TDR NOVA. It sounds maybe a little bit more digital, maybe a little more presence, but that is only, I think, because you hear it on the whole track. But if you use this on individual instruments, I think that you can get very far with the TDR NOVA. Now, again, I'm not saying this to say something negative about the dangerous BAX EQ. I just say this that if you have a lot of plugins and you want to buy new plugins, you want to spend money, but you have to make decisions, just try to figure out how that specific plugin works and what the specifics of the plugins are, and try to see if you can do that with a normal EQ, because very often you can get very far with a normal EQ. And then when there are the next sales, you buy the plugin that you want. So this is only because of, I wanted to make this video only because of the people that start out, and very often they are influenced by the sales and splash out too much and after regret it because they say, well, I didn't really need that plugin. I could have waited for the second sales or for another Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So this is basically only for the unexperienced people among us, and I hope that is appreciated. So on this track, I've got the stereo BAX EQ, and on this one the TDR NOVA, and the settings are a bit different. So what I did is basically this. This one is the same, but you can see that the high shelving tilt is on a 7.1 kilohertz at 5.5 dB. And this is set to the left only, and this is to the right only. It's a little bit more difficult to copy the sound. And of course, and that is also the reason why the BAX EQ is much more handy, because it's much easier to work like that than with two EQs. So for sure the BAX EQ will be bought by myself in a nearby future because it sounds great. But just let's hear how that sounds.
You
So you can hear that also there is not a lot of difference in sound. So yes, it is possible with a good EQ. The TDR Nova is free. With a good EQ to copy or to get the same sound as the BAX EQ. Again, the Dangerous BAX EQ is a fantastic sounding plugin. Great EQ, very digital. It adds really the right frequencies in the right way. I really love it. So it's on my list, and this is a video just for all the people that just start out mixing and getting overwhelmed by all the plugins that are out there, not knowing how or what to do. So my advice to you is whenever you are insecure about which plugin to buy for your money, just try to download the demo upfront before the sales, and if you want it, you just buy it. And if you think, hey, there are so many plugins that I want, this one can wait, try to see if you can copy or simulate the sound of that plugin, but you have to read the specifics of the plugin, and you can find them always on the website everywhere, at least through Plugin Alliance. They give you also the manual, etc. So you can have a look at that, and then at a later stage you can still buy the plugin whenever you want. So I hope this was appreciated. Thank you very much for listening and watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.